Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you guys are new. In today's video, we are going to be talking about the brands that I only own one product from. I saw Kelly Gooch post this recently, and I just thought that it would be interesting to look at the brands that I actually only had one product from, and I have a lot of them, so I thought it would be fun to film this video. I will go ahead and link Kelly's down below, but I do have a lot, so let's just go ahead and jump into it. These are not going to be in any particular order. I went through my collection and pulled out all of the products that I think fit into this category, and hopefully I didn't miss any, but the first one is this one from Hourglass. So I do have one of their blushes, and this is in the shade Mood Exposure. This is a blush that I actually really enjoy. It's very neutral on my skin, but it's a little bit more cool tone, so this is definitely a favorite. Next up is this product from Pixi, which I just realized the little plastic piece broke, so it's not actually going to like snap shut anymore. It's kind of a bummer. But this is the Glowy Gossamer Duo in Subtle Sunrise, and I really like this. So it's a highlight duo, and I typically go in between both of the colors with my brush, and I, again, don't really have anything on my wish list from this brand. I do actually have some like under eye masks from them, but that's more skincare. It's not really makeup. So I just thought about makeup products for this video, but yeah, I really like the packaging of this, minus the fact that it just broke. I feel like maybe I was a little bit hard on it or something. Next up is this one from Lyss. This is the Triple Fix Serum Foundation. Now, unlike the other two brands, I do have some stuff on my like loose wish list from this brand. I would love to try out some of their cheek products, but this is the only product that I have from this brand right now. I really like this. It's not the perfect shade match for me because when I got it, the cool tone version of this was out of stock, but I went ahead and picked up this one in the shade LG1 because it was on sale and I wanted to try it on sale versus waiting for my color to come back in stock and paying full price. From the lip bar, this is their Face Quad in Go Off, and I love this face palette. It's so good. I actually forgot to mention this in a video that I think will be up before this one. It is like the most special products in my collection. I totally forgot to put this one in there. I had set it out and then I just missed it when I was filming. But the reason that this one is so special to my collection, I'll just mention it here, is because it has a face powder, but they have 6 options. So I really feel like they have an option for everyone. But most face palettes that I own, at least, or that I've owned in the past, only have the bronzer, blush, and highlight. So I really enjoy that this one has the powder, and this is just a really good staple product, and I would be willing to try some other things from the lip bar, but I'm trying not to buy too much makeup because my collection is growing a little bit too fast right now. This is the only blush that I have from M Cosmetics, and it's the only product I have from them, of course. This is the Blush Bomb in the shade Little Lilac. I don't like this, and I'm probably going to try and sell it on like Poshmark or something because it just doesn't work out for me. I'm glad that I actually purchased this secondhand as well. It's just not, it's not my thing. I actually mentioned this more in my regret purchases video that should be coming up pretty soon, so I'm not gonna touch on it too much in this video, but I don't like it and I would not suggest it. Next up is CoverGirl, and this is, I think, the only product that I have from CoverGirl. I've been trying to think about it and I can't think of anything else that I have. I think this is the only one I have, but this is the Lash Blast Volume Mascara, and again, this is not my favorite. I don't dislike it, and I actually used it yesterday and really enjoyed it, so maybe now that I've had it open for several weeks, I will like it better, but I'm not sure. It's just, it doesn't stand out to me as much as some other ones do, so I like it, but I don't love it. I also don't hate it, so I don't know. And I think I would try the, what is it, the CoverGirl and Olay foundation. I've been hearing really good things about that. So that's something that's on my radar from that brand, but I just don't have anything else from them right now. Next up are some blushes from a couple of Korean brands. So the first one is this Lovely Cookie blusher from Etude House. I have the shade Ginger Honey Cookie, and this is a very, very pretty blush. I actually broke the packaging right when I got it. I dropped it. And now I just have it taped together, which really stinks, but it's so pretty and I really like the color of it. It's just very neutral, and I'm actually considering trying to hit pan on this next year just to make sure I'm getting enough use out of it. I'm really considering it. It's a very pretty shade. And this is the purple blush that I actually really like. This is from E.G. Lips or Glips. I don't know how to say the name, but this is their lavender blush and I really enjoy this one. I don't know that I would try much more from this brand because it's a little bit harder for me to get a hold of, but I do really like this product from them. I gotta talk a little bit faster. We have got a lot of products to get through. So next up is from BH Cosmetics, and this is the Vanilla Strawberry Truffle 4-color blush palette. I really enjoy this. These are not my most worn shades, but it's a very fun palette and the formula is really good. And it's just a nice little palette because it's actually really small, which I enjoy because I would never go through a blush palette if the blushes were full size. So I really enjoy that this is 4 mini blushes, and I do want to try more from BH. Their eyeshadow palettes have caught my attention more than once, not gonna lie, but I'm waiting for that one that I just cannot not purchase. So one day I will get one, I'm sure of it. Next up is the Misha BB Cream. I've had this for a long time and I'm almost out of it, I feel like. I really need to work my way through this because it does have SPF in it. It looks like it expires next year, so I definitely need to be using this a little bit more. I don't think that Misha is cruelty-free, and I don't know that I will repurchase it because of that, but it has a gray undertone, which actually works really well for my skin since I'm so fair, leaning cool tone skin. So I do really like that BB cream. Another product that unfortunately is not cruelty-free is this eyeshadow primer from NARS. This is the Tinted Smudge Proof eyeshadow base, and I have it in the shade Light. I am currently panning this, and I've already taken the stopper out, and this is all that I have left. So it won't be long until this is completely used up, hopefully before the end of the year, but I will miss this in my collection. I use it almost every single day, and I won't be repurchasing it because they test on animals, unfortunately. Another not cruelty-free item is this one from Almay. This is the lipstick in the shade Worry Less. If you've been around my channel, you know this is my favorite lipstick ever. I finished a whole one. I did decide to repurchase it because I don't go through it very often and I haven't yet found the perfect dupe for it. So I did allow myself to purchase one more tube of it, but I don't plan to repurchase it after that. But it's my favorite lipstick, so I will definitely miss it once I finish that one up. Next up is a palette that I love so much, and this is the Pastel Dreams palette from Give Me Glow Cosmetics. I feel like I have talked this palette to death on my channel. You probably know that I love it. It's just a stunning pastel palette. It was $54, which is probably one reason why I won't try so much from their brand, because these pans are gigantic, and this is just a color story that really spoke to me, whereas out of their other color stories, they're very pretty, but I tend to like a little bit of smaller palettes, and I kind of made an exception for this one because the color story just spoke to me so much. But it is a very stunning palette. I really like the brand, and I would not be opposed to trying other things if they stood out to me as much as this one did. Next brand is Ciate London, and this palette was gifted to me by a friend. And I traveled with it, and one of the shades broke a little bit here, so I'm going to be very careful holding it up for you, but this is not my only warm toned palette, because I do have the America's Parks palette, which has several warm shades in it, but this is like my most neutral warm shade kind of palette. But this is the Velvet palette from Ciate London. I actually used this yesterday and really enjoyed the look. The shade here has some little glitter flecks in it, and on the eye, it just looks so pretty, and all of the shimmers are really pretty. I started to swatch a couple for you, but the matte shades in this palette are actually more like satin shades, and so the looks are just very soft and nice looking, so I do actually really enjoy this palette. Back in the day, there were several things from Ciate that caught my attention, but as of right now, I can't think of anything, so I'm okay with this being the only product in my collection from them. Another eyeshadow palette is this palette from Nabla. So I actually used to own several products from Nabla. I had the Skin Glazing bronzer and then highlight, and I actually just moved those to my makeup kit because I didn't really enjoy using them on myself. And this is the Miami Lights glitter palette, which I really like. The glitter particles are very sticky, so it's really hard to actually get them in your eye or anything, so I feel pretty safe using them, but they just add a little bit of extra sparkle. And I used Ulta points to get this because it's $24 and I felt like that was a lot of money, but they're so cute. And honestly, the packaging really drew me in about this. I just love how they look like they're floating in here, and this I'm really just glad that I have. The next brand is Anastasia, and I have this face palette from them. This face palette is super overpriced, I'm well aware, but I'm so glad that I have it because it's just so pretty to me. I've heard very mixed feelings about this. I personally really like the packaging. I don't feel like it feels cheap. I actually feel like it's a very nice component. It doesn't like make that cracking sound whenever you bend it back, and it does bend all the way back. And I just think it's really nice. It has a mirror in it. The one thing is that all of these shades are shimmery a little bit. Yeah, they're like little bitty glitter flecks in all of them. I'm not even sure if you'll be able to tell, probably not. But it's a really pretty effect on the skin, and I do really enjoy it, and I'm really glad that I have this. But I will say, out of the whole Anastasia line, there's really not anything else on my wish list right now. I am just not drawn to those eyeshadow palettes. Yeah, even like the Sigma ones, I don't like the eyeshadow palettes that are like really long rectangles. I just have never been drawn to them. I like them more to be like, I like the shape of this more, how it's still a rectangle, but it's not just two rows that are really long. I just prefer this a lot better. This is the one I have on my eyes now from Nomad, but it's not the only one I own from Nomad, so it's not in this video. But I just don't really like that format of palette and layout, so there's really nothing else from Anastasia that really draws me in at all. This product from Marc Jacobs is, again, the only product I own from them. I did actually have their, was it called the Cafe au Lait face palette or something? I had the little cat, like coffee looking face palette, but I ended up giving that away. I just didn't love it. It felt like meh, and the highlight was just way too deep for me. But this is their eyeliner, and I have it in the shade Brownie. Now, I thought this was a sharpen liner and I ruined it. And then one of you guys commented that you thought it was a twist up. It is. So it is, yeah. But I put it in my waterline today and it stayed all day long. I didn't even have to touch it up to film this video. I really, really like this eyeliner. I just wish I hadn't ruined the sharpened part of it where it wasn't supposed to be sharpened. So I wish I hadn't done that, but too late now. From Stila, I have this little mini liquid liner. I think I got this in a makeup kit or like set last year, but this is a stay all day waterproof eyeliner. This is really good, but for the price, to pay full price for it, I wouldn't do that. I prefer the liquid liner from e.l.f. It's like $6, and honestly, I think it's kind of better than this. If not, they're pretty equal. So yeah, this is just kind of like okay to me, and I like it because I have it, but I wouldn't really like go out of my way to buy it again. Last up for the eyes is this one from Iliad. This is my favorite mascara. This is the Iliad Limitless Lash Mascara. I have it on my lashes today and I just love it. It has two kind of sides to the wand. It's got some longer bristles and then some shorter, like stubbier ones. And you can get a lot of length and volume using the different sides of this mascara. And I just really like it. There isn't really anything from this brand other than this mascara that really I want to try right now. Maybe sometime, but I think for the most part, I've heard a lot of things about their tinted, or what's it called, like a serum foundation. I don't even know what it's called, but I've got several foundations that are more like serum-like, so I don't really feel the need to try that one. Last up, we've got a couple lip products. So from Alamar Cosmetics, I have the lip gloss in the shade Birthday Suit. This is a very, very fun gloss. I really enjoy it. It gives you really juicy looking lips, but it is a sticky gloss, so I probably wouldn't really pick up any more because I just feel like I only want one sticky gloss in my collection at a time. But I have used a good bit of this. I'm not sure if you can tell. It's been laying down, but I've used about half of this up. So, I mean, I definitely get some use out of it and I do enjoy it. Next up is Ofra, and I have one of their liquid lips. I don't really like Ofra, to be honest with you. Are any of you guys like this? With Ofra and Morphe, they have collabed with some influencers that I just don't, I hate to say that I don't vibe with them, but that's really what it is. Like, I just don't see eye to eye with some of the influencers that they collab with. And not to say that someone that a brand partners with, I need to agree with, but I just feel like that about Ofra and Morphe, and because of that, I just like don't feel a lot of interest into the brand anymore, and that kind of happened with this. But I did pick up this lip color when I was looking for a liquid lip over a year ago. This is in the shade Pasadena, and I really do enjoy it, but I just don't really plan to purchase from Ofra anymore. So yeah, that's probably going to be the only one that I own from here on out from that brand. Last up is Bite Beauty. Now, I do have some other products from Bite, so I'm putting this one in last, but they're all like skincare products, like a lip mask and a lip scrub and stuff. But this is the only makeup product that I have from Bite. Now, this is the lip crayon in the shade Glacé. I want to own more from Bite. That is a brand that's really got my attention right now, both their complexion products and some more of their lip products. So I hope one day to own a few more products from that brand, but I really do enjoy this lip color. It's like a burgundy mauve kind of color, and it's just really pretty, especially for fall. So I do really enjoy this lip product. But these are all the brands that I only own one product from in my collection. This was really fun to look at and see, because I had a lot more than I thought that I did when I was actually going through my collection and pulling out these products. So let me know down below if there are any brands that you only own one product from, and let me know what those are. If you enjoyed today's video, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel. And with that being said, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!